popular song says, where do I begin? So I'll begin at the beginning. You know, people have a way when you're small, they tell you, I know he when I was a little boy. I know he knew when he first started to play bass. I had planned a number of things this morning, and somehow something happened, and all things work together for good. So the first thing we're going to do this morning, we're going to learn a new song. Number 203. Number 203. This song was written originally with 5 stanzas, I think. But it was not written by a Seventh Adventist. It was written by a gentleman who belonged to what we call a liturgical church, where their prayers and everything is written in a book, and every Sunday you say the same thing. There are 2 parts to that. There's a part that is called the ordinary, and there are 5 parts: the Kyrie, the Gloria, the acclamation, the Agnus Dei, and so on and so on. And there are things called the proper, where they do different prayers and so on. So what the Adventist editors did, they took those verses out that didn't belong to us, and they only used 3. And they used another person to write the melody for it. So keyboardist, give me the note G for me, please. The note G. So we'll learn the chorus first. G, right. Christ. The chorus goes like this. Christ has died. Christ is risen. Christ will come again. Now I want you to listen first. Don't sing, listen to it, and then you repeat. Christ has died. Christ is risen. Christ will come again. Sing. You're late. Going again. Christ has died. Christ is wait. Follow me. Don't sing yet. Christ has died. Christ is risen. Christ will come again. Sing. Try it again. 3, 4. Christ has died. Christ is risen. Christ will come again. First line. This is the threefold truth. Sing. This. Sing it again. This is the. One more time. On which all faith depends. Sing. Sing that again. On which our faith depends. Sing the whole line now. This is the threefold truth on which our faith depends. Good, good. Listen now. And with this joyful cry, sing. And with this joyful cry, sing again. And with this joyful cry. So this is truthful truth. This is the threefold truth on which our faith depends. And with this joyful cry, listen now, worship begins and ends. Sing. Worship begins and ends. One more time. Worship begins and ends. Stop. This is the threefold truth on which our faith depends. And with this joyful cry, worship begins and ends. What it is? Christ has died. Christ is risen. Christ will come again. Got it? Good. We're going to sing the whole song now. 1 after 3. 1, 4. 2, 3, 4. This is the threefold truth on which bends, and with a joyful cry, worship begins and ends. Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again. Now, before we go any further, I remember an old brother in my church. Let me tell you something about my church so we'll go a little further. I belong to the first church in Trinidad and Tobago, established November 1895, Cuba. And that church, when I was a child, had some. Well, I know about sarong song long before they break. Oh, don't talk about it now. So when you hear in that church, when I was a child, and hear people singing the glory song, oh, that will be glory for me. That is a crazy sarong song. And when you hear the hit you, the ladies like to jump in the song. What song is that? See, all know all the hymns. All you know that song, right? How cheering is the Christian hope. You know that middle piece there? Oh boy. Crazy. Now, the old brother used to tell us, when you're singing a hymn, when you slow down at the end of a stanza, you get the impression that you're going to stop. So you're stopping so many times in one song, right? So we're keeping the tempo up, right? Let's go from the top. 2, 3, 4. This is the threefold truth on which our faith depends, and with this joyful cry, worship begins and ends. Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again. To this we are upheld, when doubt and grief are sin. Our Christian fortitude and only grace of it. Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again. This is the threefold truth, which if we hold it fast, changes the world and us, and brings us home at last. Now, Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again. Sing it again. Christ has died. Follow me now. Christ is risen. Christ will come again. Sing it again, please. This is the threefold truth on which our faith depends, and with this joyful cry, worship begins and ends. Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again. By this we are, when doubt and grief are sin, all Christian fortitude and only grace of it. Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again. This is the threefold truth, which if we hold it fast, changes the world and us, and brings us home at last. Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again. All in keeping with lift up the trumpet and loud let it ring. Jesus is coming again. All right. So that's the first thing I had really originally planned to do. There are some things Our church has reached a stage now where our music has changed a lot from when I was around. See this book? It named Christ in Song. They used to use this book before me. And after that, they had the church hymnal, and now we have the SD hymnal. Now, when these books were first compiled, the people in the States used to marvel at Adventist music. Yeah, because our music was different to what anybody else used to do. So when a man like Effie Belden, who was related to Sister White, I think he was the grandson or something, so takes 4 verses, 3 verses or 4 verses, and tell you the whole story of Daniel. He says, look for the waymarks as you journey on. Look for the waymarks, standing one by one. Down through the ages, past the kingdoms 4. Where are we standing? Look the waymarks 4. That's one verse. The second verse he says, first the Assyrian kingdom ruled the world. Then Medo-Persia's banners were unfurled. And after Greece held universal sway, Rome seized the scepter and he asked a question, where are we today? And the last verse is the answer to the question. Down in the feet of iron and of clay, weak and divided, soon to pass away. What will the next great matter be? Christ and his coming and eternity. So when you're Adventist singing a song like the Glory Song, as I told you, with all those parts coming in and jumping in at different times, people need to sing like that in other churches. No. So our music at that time was almost cutting edge. And I can tell you, as I told you, I got a little taste of it at Cuba as a child, when this lady came one morning and told my Anglican mother to dress me. And she took me to church and they dedicated me. My elder sister and my brother after that, they were Anglicans, they were Christians, but I was dedicated in the Adventist church. But that was the music part. And we always, over the years, had some musical contributions in that church. So it sort of stuck with me. So some of the things I see now are a source of bother sometimes. I remember an old Bajan brother Ulrich Weeks. He used to take 4 of us, and we had to learn to sing quartet. He learned to sing quartet. So we got bass, second bass, first tenor, and second tenor. Quartet every Sabbath afternoon. We had, his daughter used to play the organ. We had musicians coming in from time to time. And of course, we had itinerant bands like the Roaches Orchestra would pass in from time to time, that kind of thing. In terms of song leadership, there was something that the church did to you as a song leader that nothing else prepares for anything else. So when I went to UE, I had to do a musical course called Steel Orchestral Techniques, and you had to conduct. Now, I never learned to conduct after I read some books, and then I saw how to do the conducting. So the first day, the lecturer gave the instructions, and she said, okay, who will be first? Now, they hand you a baton to conduct with. The baton has a tin end and a cork on the other end. So when they want to hand you, they will turn the baton over and hold it and pass the cork end to you. So she says, so who will be first? And then she does that, and the cork end comes in my face. So I take the baton, and I go up to the podium. And I just simply stood up. And she said, sir, I don't know you, I don't know where you're from, but look, he stands like a conductor. He looks like a conductor. It's all them AY and Sabbath schoolboy. That is what caused that. It's all them AY that people nowadays refuse to, are reluctant to take part in. We used to gladly go and do it. There's a song we sing now, Give of Your Best to the Master. That was our motto. Give of your best to the Master. As a matter of fact, there's another guy and we were now learning to play keyboard. And of course, when you're now learning to play any instrument, you're the song bad before you song good. True? You must song bad before you song good. And before anybody could laugh at us, we used to laugh first. So they can't laugh at us. We have no shame if we make a mistake. But of course, with time, you get better. So we were very willing, but nowadays you don't see that willingness and that commitment. And in our church also, there's a sort of reluctance to do things properly. I went, and my daughter sang in a concert in a Pentecostal church up in St. Augustine one night. The concert must have finished about after 1 in the morning. And while they were wrapping up the song people and the video people were wrapping up their stuff, there was a crew waiting to set up their stuff for service a little later in the day. In the Adventist church, in my church especially, I don't know about other churches, they just come after service will start and they look like a sheriff. Pull out the thing to the air conditioner and the projector. And when service will start, after things start, then they come in. I used to work at an evangelist, Pastor Baldwin. At the time I had no car and I used to have to go far to crusade, but I used to reach early. And our work, it used to look like clockwork. As you start, bang, next thing. That's what I'm accustomed to. So it worries me, and I notice it in a lot of churches. You go to a presentation, you give the song technician it. Lord have mercy. You wonder if these guys know what they're doing, want to know what they're doing. I look at some in my church, they have a habit, they will turn the keyboard off. Pull the volume down. When it's time to play, they ain't watching you. You have to make all kind of fancy sign. The last time I had to get up and think the mic and say, could you turn the keyboard on, please? Almost every Adventist church, you get that same problem with the musicians and the technicians. That's because we don't have that commitment to what we're supposed to do. Now, I was going to say when I started that if Chris and I were in the same class in school, I would have accused him of doing something called fudging. In my time in school, fudging meant I had something in the book and you see it and you write it down too. So he fudged from me because some of the things I was going to say, he said it already. All right? Now, I also want to put into your care and keeping, I won't read the text now, but it's Exodus chapter 31 up to 33, 34. This is when God was asking Moses to build the sanctuary. And people were invited to bring stuff, gold and silver and so on. But you know something? They didn't use plumbers to do mason work. They didn't use nurses to do painting. All the people who came to work on that temple, they were skilled artisans, male and female. So I'm saying, they said that music is the only profession where somebody jumps in it and goes to learn it afterwards. You will never see a doctor buying a coat, a stethoscope, open an office and say, I'm a doctor, and then go on to learn. But musicians do that. Okay, that's why you're getting fined. But we cannot stay there. We have to be a little more competent in what we are doing. And I hear some musical things in our church. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We hear the first thing that comes to your fingernail, that's what you play. Sometimes that's what you sing also. And you notice the nice thing about it? We just stream them thing. I look at the last AY online. Look at the last AY online. So here you have a television program. A young lady is talking. Normally, to present in a television program, especially at the beginning, you have a front-on shot. But the camera so and her face facing so. So who is she talking to? Not the television audience. She's talking to somebody across so. And there's a piece of paper and a remote control on the desk in front of her. And as the program goes ahead, a young lady had to sing. And she's telling them, start it over. Start over the song. They stream that. And then a young lady had to make an announcement. And look at the announcement there. And we will do, see what you will in the mic? And we streaming them thing. The last camp meeting we had in Port of Spain, I had an experience with some people from my church. We were asked to do a song service at night. And I asked the music director, well, what do you plan to do? She said she wanted to do some songs back to back. Now that has a certain kind of discipline that if you don't know how to do it, it isn't going to work. So how many of you are going? Well, 6 of us. What is 6 all going on stage to do? Like the next program with us, this praise team kind of story. 20 people on stage and nobody know what they're doing. Plus, some of them while they're singing, and they forget the words, they take up the phone to scroll the words and they stop singing. Look at them good. So here it is, they in Port of Spain and the thing. They had planned to dress a certain way, red top and black bottom. One had on a red top, 2 of them, 3 of them had the red top, and next one had on all black, but the red couldn't fit right through, so it was red and black on top, and the next one had no red, no black, so she had on a black suit, a white blouse, and a big red flower on her clothes. So they started the car. As a matter of fact, when the band started to play, I was looking for the chorus girls to come inside. Because we have some drummers now, no offense to you, eh? Their only beat is Jumalaka, Jumalaka, Juma. Everything is Jumalaka. And have another set, Tupchak, 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 Tup is one of them 2 beats. Either Jumalaka or Tupchak, Tupchak, Tupchak. We have some guitarists also. There's one in particular I know. When after the song starts, he tries to come in on key. But everybody can't do that. So it's plunk, 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 plunk until he gets the key. By 10, about 3 verses done pass already. Still doing that. I have told the musicians in my church, and they kind of vexed with me for it, that I am not playing with them unless we practice. Because we will come, and there's our guitarists in particular, sometimes, you would not create a little mood, a little atmosphere, and they're playing something. He doesn't know what I'm playing. But plunk, 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 and plunk up what you're doing. But the point I'm making is we have some kinds of, I don't know what to call it, right, in the Seventh Institute in Trinidad and Tobago. And you try to encourage people to do better. And as I told my group, is either they are reluctant, unwilling, or downright refusing to do what is that. One even questioned my musical qualifications. Who is he to ding, 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 ding? And I went home. Because he doesn't know that nobody taught me music. I could tell you now that I was taught music by God. And when I went to my first formal music education was in Teachers College, the lecturer asked me what my elective was. I said, I want to do music, but you don't want me in your class because you give certain prerequisites. I had none. She said, come to class Monday. And when I went to class, I realized that I was doing a lot of things that they did not have to write in books. But I was doing that naturally. And he doesn't know, when I went to UE, the head of the music department, UE, when she got sick, she wanted somebody to take her classes. Out of the hundreds of students that she taught, she asked me. So sometimes people look at you and figure you're, but they don't understand. And I have a great passion for this music. So we have to reach the point where, as musicians and singers, if we don't know what we're doing, let us find somewhere, find somehow to improve our craft, improve our playing, improve our singing, and also improve our conducting. Thank you.